Stop. Don't sign anything, don't pack your bags, and don't say that sentence you can't take back. I know that deep down, you are exhausted from feeling like the only adult in the house, living like a hostage to household chores while the other person doesn't seem to care. This feeling of emotional slavery corrodes the soul, generates a silent anger, and makes the end of the relationship seem like a relief, doesn't it? But listen closely. The real problem isn't the dirty dishes or the wet towel, it's the heart that has hardened because of obligation. What I have to show you today is completely counterintuitive and might even bother your ego at first, but it is the secret that most couples ignore before hitting a wall. I'm going to prove to you that freedom in love and true harmony in the home aren't born from demands or splitting bills down to the penny, but from a radical shift in how we view service. If you want to stop merely surviving next to someone and start living a true emotional connection starting today, pay close attention. What you are about to hear in the next few minutes is the key that changes the game and can save what's left of your hope. Imagine waking up every day feeling that taking care of the other person is a heavy burden, as if you had invisible handcuffs on your wrists inside your own home. When we do things out of pure obligation, the heart slowly hardens, creating a cold and silent barrier between the two of you. It is impossible to maintain a strong and vibrant emotional connection when one feels like the bossy chief and the other the employee, because true love does not survive where this terrible sense of emotional slavery exists. Think with me. No one can truly smile while carrying hurt or that accumulated resentment that poisons even breakfast. If you, husband or wife, demand that the other does everything your way, you are planting seeds of anger that will grow quickly and suffocate harmony in the home. It's like trying to cultivate a flower by stepping on it every day. It won't bloom, and the spontaneous affection that existed before will wither until it dries up completely. Let's bring this down to the living room floor, to real life. If one of you brings a glass of water or makes dinner just to avoid a fight or a dirty look, that gesture loses all value. Servant leadership at home should never be imposed by fear or excessive demands, as this transforms life partners into hostages of an exhausting routine. Loving someone who treats us with superiority or contempt is an almost impossible and incredibly exhausting task. The great danger lies in the exact moment when you lose the freedom to choose to please each other spontaneously, by surprise. When "I have to do it" replaces "I want to do it," the beauty of voluntary service disappears, leaving only a cold mechanic, lifeless and dull. You cease to be passionate partners to become mere task completers, and that is the fastest way to cool down any relationship. But look, the good news is that there is a key capable of unlocking these handcuffs and bringing lightness back to your tiring routine. The real magic happens when we realize that care doesn't need to be a weight on our backs, but rather a genuine expression of who we are. It is time to discover how to transform this boring obligation into something that brings freedom in love, completely changing the rules of this game. When we flip the switch and understand that serving is a choice and not a sentence, freedom in love finally gets room to breathe. Scriptures invite us to a different movement, where the fear of being charged leaves the stage and the spontaneous joy of doing good to the one walking beside us enters. It's that powerful personal discovery, almost an ancient secret, that there is a much greater and more satisfying blessing in giving than in merely receiving. Imagine the scene. Instead of washing the dishes grumbling because "it was left to me," you do it thinking about how happy the other person will be to find a clean sink after an exhausting day. This type of voluntary service, done with an open heart, has the power to disarm any conflict and restore harmony in the home almost instantly. It's not magic, it's the practical application of generosity that breaks the cycle of selfishness and takes us out of a defensive position. To put this into practice today, how about a surprise?
If you know your partner hates filling up the gas tank or folding laundry, do it before they ask, without expecting applause or medals. By investing in these small, invisible actions, you strengthen the emotional connection in a way no expensive gift could ever, because you are saying, "I care about your rest." This change in attitude transforms the heavy routine into a game of mutual care, where no one loses and both win, creating a safe and welcoming environment. You stop competing to see who does more and start competing to see who loves better, which is infinitely healthier and more fun. It is in this fertile soil that true partnership takes deep roots and withstands any storm. However, this noble attitude of serving freely isn't just about being nice, it's an indication of something much greater about your character. There is an ancient principle that says true greatness is not on the throne, but in the towel used to serve. And this completely redefines what we understand by servant leadership. It takes courage to understand who the real leader is this story. In today's culture, many people confuse leadership with bossing around and giving orders, but inside the home, the story changes completely. True greatness lies not in who has the loudest voice or the last word in arguments, but in who has the genuine initiative to care. Servant leadership is without a doubt the most courageous and mature stance someone can adopt, because it requires leaving the inflated ego at the front door and focusing entirely on the well-being of the other. Jesus flipped the table on human logic when he taught that in his kingdom, the greatest of all is precisely the one who serves with humility. This doesn't mean being a doormat or weak, far from it. It means having the strength of character to put the spouse's needs before your own momentary desires. It is through this constant voluntary service that you build a solid legacy of mutual respect and admiration, something no money in the world can buy. Want a golden tip to apply this? Read the book The Servant by James Hunter together. It shows exactly how authority is built through sacrifice and not through power. In practice, leading in marriage is asking, "What can I do to make your day easier today?" instead of pointing a finger at what wasn't done. This simple change of phrase has the power to diffuse ticking time bombs and restore harmony in the home. When the couple understands this, the silly competition ends and the emotional connection reaches stratospheric levels, shielding the relationship against crises. You realize you are on the same team, rowing in the same direction, and that serving one another is the noble fuel that keeps this boat moving fast. Freedom in love truly blooms when no one needs to prove they're better than anyone else, but rather how useful they can be. But this mindset cannot stay in beautiful theory or reserved just for grand gestures on commemorative dates. It needs to come down to the floor level, literally, to the most banal and routine things of domestic life. There is a powerful spiritual secret hidden between the vacuum cleaner and the kitchen sink, something that connects the simple act of cleaning the house to a divine and higher purpose.
Serving your spouse goes far beyond manners or good customs. It is, in fact, the most practical and powerful way to live out spiritual teachings in daily life. If this exercise in humility doesn't start within the marriage, between four walls, it will hardly be true outside the door. Harmony in the home depends on this sacred view, where caring for the other ceases to be a boring household chore to become a life mission that reflects who you truly are on the inside. Jesus left an impressive lesson by saying that every time we serve someone, it is as if we were serving him directly. Matthew 25:40. This places every simple gesture, like making coffee or making the bed, on a much more noble and elevated level of servant leadership. We stop seeing just the face of the husband or wife and start seeing a divine opportunity to love, transforming the common routine into something sacred and valuable. Let's get practical. The next time you grab the vacuum cleaner or go to wash the bathroom, change your mindset. Don't think, "What a drag, I have to clean," but rather, "I am serving God by caring for my family's comfort." This shift in focus brings a deep emotional connection and removes the weight of obligation, filling the environment with purpose. It is impossible to feel diminished when you know you are pleasing something much greater than the two of you. This type of voluntary service is real proof that faith works on Monday morning and not just on days of worship or mass. Whenever one of you decides to clean the floor for the other to walk on, you are in fact rolling out a red carpet of honor and respect. That is where true freedom in love resides. The ability to find joy and fulfillment in the simplest things, knowing they echo in eternity. Therefore, do not wait for great miracles to improve the relationship. The miracle lies in the willingness to pick up the broom or wash the dishes with a smile on your face. By doing this, you invite a special presence to indwell in your house, transforming a common home into a little piece of heaven. And when you discover this secret, everything changes color, flavor, and meaning in life together. Now, the decision is in your hands. Having all this knowledge and not applying it is like holding a treasure map and deciding not to get off the couch. I want to throw you a practical and provocative challenge. Today, this very day, choose a task that your partner hates doing and do it for them in absolute silence and with a smile on your face. Do you have the maturity and servant leadership necessary to take the first step and break this cycle of pride? I want to see who has the courage to change their own reality. Tell me here in the comments which act of service you will take today to surprise your love. But pay close attention to this. It's no use having hands willing to serve like an angel if when you open your mouth, you wound like a sharp sword. It is very common to see couples who strive in their actions, washing, ironing, and cooking, but destroy the entire emotional connection and the day's effort in seconds using toxic words without even realizing it. There is an invisible power living right under your nose that defines life or death in your relationship. I've left a video highlighted here on the screen right now that talks exactly about how to master this weapon before it cancels out all your voluntary service. It is the mandatory complement to what you learned here. If you master your hands, service, but do not master your tongue, harmony in the home will continue to be a distant dream. Click there to watch. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell, because we are building an army of indestructible couples and you can't be left out. True freedom in love continues in the next video. I'll see you there.